welcome to today's class. For today, we're discussing on how to construct a parabola using what we call the envelope method. Actually, it's the problem under Loci's problem, right? So let's discuss how to construct a parabola using the envelope method. First is first, let's look at the question. As you can see the question in front of you, two lines OA and OB are at right angle with OA horizontal and OB vertical. OA is 150 mm long and OB is 150 mm also long per se. Construct a parabola to pass through A and B using envelope method. So how do you solve this? How do you construct this? Your first task is that we are given two dimensions. We are given dimension for what the for OA and what the OB. We are given OA, of course, to be what the 150 mm. Similarly, we are given OB to be what the 130 mm. Our first task here is to establish dimension. Of course, I can start with this. I will draw horizontal line in this manner and take my T-square to draw a vertical line this way. This point here is my point O. Now we are told that OA is horizontal, so A will be somewhere here, and from the dimension given, OA is what? 150. Of course, I will measure out 150 with the help of my meter rule. So from here, this is to 16 here, this is 1. So 1 to 16 is of course 150. So here's 150. So here's OA. Here becomes A, as you can see. Next up, I'm also given that B is a vertical sense, or in a vertical sense. So B is at somewhere here, and OB is going to go there 130. So of course, I'll measure out 130. So 1 to 14 is of course 130, right? So as you can see what I'm doing. So proceeding, right? Proceeding, as you can see, this is my point A, and finally my point B at this part. Now your next task to construct the parabola, you need to divide this man here by 8 and this man here by 8 using the concept of division method. So how do you solve that? How do you do that? We said for division method, simply what they draw an inclined line this manner, right? As you can see, and take your compass, measure any radius of your choice. Let's use this. Let's take it 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? I have it. Of course, I will take my T-square this manner, connect this man with this, as you can see, such that I will place this man under it this way, right? So I can move down this way, right? Take this together. Next up, take this together. Next up, I'll take this together with this. Next up, take this together with this. Next up, this man. Next up, this man. And finally, I have this. So we have just divided that by 8, right? So this should be 1. This man here should be 1. Or perhaps 0. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and finally 8. This should be 0. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and finally 8. As you can see. Next up, I will divide this 8 too with the same thing I did this here. So I'll take it this manner. I will draw an inclined line of my choice. Right, as you can see, let me show you what I'm doing. As you can see, next up, I will take it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, finally 8. So I will use my contact a ruler to join this together such that I will be able to slide it this way. Can you see? Take it down, next up, take it down, next up, take it down. I will drop a link on how to divide line using the line division method, right? So you can watch that to understand what I'm doing here. So take it down, and finally I have one last one here. Of course, I can just shift this one and set this one this way, and we'll place this one back, and then take it up to link up with this. So we are done, right? This is our task we are asked to do. So of course, this is 0, this should be 1, this should be 2, this should be 3, this should be 4, 5, 6, 7, finally 8. My task now is that I will join point together. I will trace point together. That's the next task. That is 8 to 8 is already there. 7 to 7. 7 is here. 7 is here. I will join 7 and 7 together. 7 to 7. Next up 6 to 6. 6 to 6. Next up 5 to 5. 5 to 5. Next up 4 to 4. As you can see, next up 3 to 3. Next up 2 to 2. 1 to 1, right? And finally my point 0. Looking at this, it has already created out a parabola if you observe closely, right? As you can see. So I will actually take in this part here where they meet. I will take in this part where they meet here, where they meet here, where they meet at this point, and at this point, at this point, at this point. So I'll use my French curve to join point together, right? So using my French curve, I'll have something of this nature. Using French curve, start with this. Observe, as you can see. Next up, take this together, right? So finally, I can just take the rest. Okay, I take one by one after the other. Just take these two to touch this one, right? And then finally, I can just close this part with this. So this is how to draw a parabola using what we call the envelope method. If you have found this class helpful, do not forget to click on the special button and like. Thank you and welcome to Wise Link Academy.